nerves of steel.
Iga Swiatek took the world completely off guard after she was ranked #1 in singles tennis. No one thought that the athlete would become such a huge deal in a short time. However, she's lately been facing a lot of backlash for all the things she's been doing. People are shocked at the recent problematic behaviour of Iga Swiatek and are considering it a downfall from greatness. Iga comes from a line of solid athletes and she was bound to succeed, but she has resigned from playing and it has left a lot of questions unanswered. So, stay with us while we find out what's happening to Iga Swiatek. It comes from a family where everyone played some kind of sport. Her father was a rower and even competed in the Olympics in 1988, so the athletic gene basically ran in her blood. Her sister was good at sports too, but she later decided to be a dentist. But Iga's father wanted at least one of his daughters to continue his legacy, so he gave Iga the training to play tennis. Her father, Tomasz Swiatek, didn't want her to play team sports like football or basketball, and instead he chose tennis so his daughter could be in complete control of her own success. So, you can imagine how Iga grew up in such a competitive environment where excellence was everything. Iga started playing tennis to best her sister, but she later fell in love with the sport and never looked back. Once she got expert training and was good enough to pursue tennis professionally, her father enrolled her in the ITF junior circuit, and she continued to play several tournaments until the tables turned and she got badly injured. But injury didn't stop the champion from continuing her tennis career, and she went on to play in the Traralgon Junior International. She played the quarterfinals in a tournament against Elena Rybakina, but she lost. Her father always taught her to be resilient, so this defeat wasn't going to stop her from bouncing back. What really stopped her was an ankle injury that was so serious that Iga Swiatek had to quit playing for 7 months straight. This absence did affect her gameplay, and at that time there were some new fish in the pond. But Iga wasn't going to let that bother her at all. She went on to defeat the Japanese team, which was an absolute favourite in the Grand Slam tournament, and won the finals. This was her very first Grand Slam win, and she became invincible after this.
One of the very few times she's been...
After winning the Grand Slam, Iga was unstoppable as she went on to win 7 singles in ITF in 2016. When she took part in the NEK Ladies Open that was being held in Hungary, Iga managed to win back-to-back matches. In a tournament in Switzerland, she even defeated the biggest name of the season, Mariana Duque Marino. At that time, Iga was ranked at 298, and within a few months, she bumped to 110th in the rankings. She soon qualified for the Australian Open, which was going to be her first major tournament. She kept winning different matches and tournaments, and soon enough, Iga entered the top 100 list of women in tennis while being as young as 17. She lost a couple of matches after this, but by 2022, Iga had a winning streak of 37 matches. She became #1 in tennis and even defeated her title in the Qatar Open tournament. But just when she was about to achieve greatness, Iga Swiatek got a rib injury and couldn't play the Miami Open anymore. Earlier this year, she also got a thigh injury during the tournament, and it seems like the chances of Iga's return are very slim. She's been sustaining a lot of injuries lately and her gameplay has been affected by them, but this time, she might be taking a big break. Iga Swiatek has been on the top for the past 2 years, but some people think that all this fame has gotten into her head, and now she has become arrogant and disrespectful. A sudden response from Iga during the San Diego Open further instigated these rumors, and she faced major backlash for her gestures. Swiatek won a very important match in the San Diego Open, but her victory didn't mean much to the people who accused her of cheating in the match. Some people even questioned her sportsman spirit, and this is where Iga's popularity started to decline. It all started during the break time, when Iga's opponent was about to make a hit, and she started waving her arms close to the net. It was a very distracting gesture and threw the opponent off her game. So when Iga Swiatek won the match, everyone started accusing her of cheating and distracting her opponent to win. Well, this isn't the first time Iga has been accused of cheating, because according to netizens, she keeps distracting her opponents from time to time and even wins tournaments by this tactic. Not only this, but some people also accused Iga of winning the tournament against Vekic by using the same hand movements and catching her completely off guard. Even her fans are criticizing her for causing distractions and want her to be fined, or she'll continue doing this over and over again. Swiatek has been in the game for long enough to know better and show some respect towards her opponent. Besides, fans were also upset that she didn't even respond to the cheating allegations and didn't find the issue pressing enough to even address it. But according to reports, Swiatek says that her hand gestures are not at all deliberate, and she didn't mean to offend or distract anyone. She also went on to say that she'll be making sure that her hands are in complete control during the matches, because at times she doesn't even realize what she's doing because of her involvement in the game. During the Italian Open recently, Iga Swiatek came under hot water again for trying to distract her opponent. But this time, it wasn't a hand gesture, but a ringtone. Just when Elena Rybakina was about to begin playing, her phone started ringing, and it was such a loud and annoying ringtone that everybody in the audience also noticed it. So, Iga had to stop the game and rush to her bag, but she couldn't just cut the call either, so she received it and gave the phone to her team. However, everyone noticed how Elena was suddenly thrown off her game, and just when Iga was about to become the culprit behind Elena's defeat, she decided to withdraw from the game. Iga argued that her injuries have gotten really bad, so she couldn't play the game, but people think that she withdrew because she didn't want to face more backlash after winning. People are again demanding from the authorities to at least take some action against Iga. She's been under a lot of scrutiny lately. That's probably the reason why she's allegedly decided to take a break at the peak of her career. A lot of retirement rumors have been going around lately regarding Iga Swiatek, but considering her family background and strong support from her parents, there's a high chance that all these rumors are false. She did withdraw from a handful of tournaments in the last couple of months, and it's actually raising a lot of eyebrows. She first withdrew from Bad Homburg Open because she reportedly had fever and severe food poisoning and wasn't stable enough to play. She once again retired due to pain, and most recently, she's retired from the Italian Open because of sudden pain in her thigh. According to sources close to Iga, she is seeing a specialist who is trying to identify the root cause of her pain and injury. It seems like Iga might take a break for a couple of months before she goes back to her professional life. Her injury seems to be a huge hindrance, and Iga is obviously not training for the French Open, which means there might be room for another champion to overtake Iga, and that's the last thing she wants. Fans think that whatever is happening to Iga Swiatek, she'll get over it before her important tournament and will win that trophy, while some people think that she should be banned from mainstream tennis events for a while because of her unprofessional distractions on the field. This has created a huge divide, but it does seem like the chances of Swiatek making a comeback this year are slim to none. So, what do you think about it?